Hey, who made it?
Mon-Wed made it, bitch. Lon, you put your foot in this beat.
OTMM, that's on God himself.
We ain't done yet, niggas still outside, nigga to the sunset. If we going for a ride, if we going for a vet. Niggas still get tired, niggas still don't rest. And it came from a lot, cause I came from the struggle. Had to take cold baths with just water and no bubbles. And I know it's kinda sad, but a nigga had to hustle. Had to get a couple rags, had to get rid of puddles. If we going in the front, you be getting out the back. Come in here, little nigga, what you want? Could we talk? I ain't never give a fuck, little nigga, could we talk? It's some shit that I seen, but I know you don't know. I can make you dance, you step on my toes. I'ma did it to the binds and the plans that I wrote. See, this my only chance, had to throw on that road. But that's really your man, I ain't never gonna grow. But didn't I mention that we on the mission again over this?
Fuck. What's up, man? Let me take you for a little spin, man. Show you what it feel like.
I gotta go make these drop-offs.
Man, you think you're the only one out here working, B? Gotta make drop-offs too, B. Come on, man, get in, man. I ain't taking no for an answer, man.
Man, welcome to the 290 Moe podcast, man. I appreciate you for coming on. Go ahead and introduce yourself for my viewers and listeners.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. What's up with y'all? My name Mad Dawg. You can search my motherfucking IG on Mad Dawg K9, MADDAWG K9. And Twitter, same. Probably just regular Mad Dawg on Twitter.
Okay. So let's start with the name, Mad Dawg. You know what I'm saying? It seems self-explanatory, but you know, one of the things we say where I'm from is you can't give yourself a nickname. So how did that name come about?
I just it just clicked in my head. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, all right, so you shop about how that Mon episode with Gary Coleman and that jump. And they was like Mad Dogs coming Mad Dogs because that popped up in my head. Cause everybody realized like they like this mean ass nigga don't like can't even tell how he is or what. Then he just ended up being a low ass nigga type shit. That just reminded me of myself, so I just named myself that shit.
Okay.
It just fit well.
And did the name come before the rap, or did it come together with the rap, or how did that come about? As far as
it came
rap
together
go?
with the rap, like. Yeah, it came together with the rap.
And how long you been rapping, and what made you take that lane instead of, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of lanes that a young black man can take himself down. What made you choose hip hop?
Various things. Like I grew up listening to Tupac. My favorite rapper is Tupac and Eminem, so I was fascinated how they did that shit. And I took the lane because it's like I always been a writer. Type shit. Like I used to love writing and all that. Like when I was in class back in elementary, I used to be geeking to do the poetry and all that. So I just probably got like better at it because I used to fuck with it. So, and I've been rapping probably for like I've been putting shit out. I say about since 2017. So like my oldest songs I recorded probably like 2016. Then I just kept on going. But I've been writing for a long ass time, just that I ain't never knew what no stew was type shit. That's how that shit was.
So you mentioned elementary school and how you've been writing, you was interested in poetry and stuff like that. And you just, you know what I'm saying, started taking it to the studio, and I checked your visual out. What made you make the change from just writing, you know what I'm saying, and being good with it, with the pen in school and shit, to be like, I'm finna go to the studio, all right, we finna shoot a video? What made you, what was the instance that made you make that switch?
Pain.
Yeah.
Experience. Shit in life. Like, that shit all shifted type shit. Like, I wasn't always a rapper first. It was like I was a rapper, but I wasn't a rapper first. Like I never took it serious. Like, cause me and my man, we been probably like rapping. That's how I met him. We probably been rapping since like 9th grade and schooling. So, and we realized that's how we clicked together. And we just always be like shit bob between each other. We'll just like rap John or some shit like that, or some like rap battle shit.
Yeah.
And then we took that shit by storm probably like 2016, 2015.
Okay, so and with you taking this serious and stuff and just checking out the Ain't Done visual is dope, the music is dope. Is this like a new page that you turn in? Because I noticed it's like your first visual on this channel, or is it a new channel? What's going on with that?
Yeah, like I got because that's what I needed to work on. I feel like
because you had me looking for more. I ain't even gonna fly with you, Shorty. Like I was looking for something else on Shorty. So just tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Or what we can find some more music at.
Yeah, you can find more music on all platforms. Okay. That's how I felt first. I felt like I had to get my foot wet. Like I started off small. I started off putting songs at first on SoundCloud back in 2016, 2017. Then I figured out how to put them on major platforms. Right. And this one song I felt that was real live, heartfelt, real live. That was the first song I put on that song called Day 23. Like, and you could hear progression from that song all the way up to my other shit. Right. So from then on out, it was just a lot of experience and pain and all that shit. So I just been making songs, writing, without even thinking. And that's my first tape came about, Ghetto Dreams. That dropped about eight songs. Dropped that in like 2018. Then I came about with the sequel, Ghetto Dreams 2, probably like 2019. Dropped probably like 14 songs. Then my recent jump called Rose from Concrete. That dropped probably like 8 songs. And Rose from Concrete is like a metaphor. Like I got it from Tupac. Like I rose from concrete because I rose above all the shit that I've been through, that I felt, and I come from the concrete type shit. Right. You don't understand that.
Right. Concrete jungle metaphor type shit.
Hell yeah. That's why when I claim myself as a rapper, I be thinking like, I ain't gonna say I'm an artist, but it's the way how I carry that shit. But people probably won't understand that.
Right. Okay. So we tapped into it a little bit about your life before rap and with you being a rapper now. Is that something that intertwines itself now as being the street life and the rap game, or is it something separate, or is the street life something that was left behind for the rap game, or how do you maneuver and with that? Because the one thing that I've learned, you know what I'm saying, as I grew older, because in school in Chicago, all they teach us about DC and shit is the White House and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying, as you grow older, you know what I'm saying, you learn differently. So growing up where you grow, is that something that you have to separate? Is you 1 foot, 1 in it, or how does that go?
Shit. By Hand Rock Bottom back in 2016, that shit had to make me separate that shit. I ain't lying.
What you have to sit down for a minute, or could you tell us a little bit about that? Is that something that you could talk about?
Yeah, right. So 2016, right? I'm probably working at Giant and shit because I'm just now getting the jump. I'm working at Giant for a little bit. I got in that jump. My mother got me in that jump, right? And I'm overnight stocking, right? And I'm dealing with this jump. So, mind you, this probably in the midst of me going through this whole first tape, and ain't even out yet type shit. So, it's just a bunch of whole shit going on from shit that I've been did to the point up to this now, probably like a blow up point. So, like when you stocking in a grocery store, you in the aisle by yourself. And it's like you just basically like your mind roams type shit. It's like you probably like in a jail cell. Like
I did it for like 2 weeks on Shorty. That shit was hell. I couldn't have no headphones on the shit on Shorty. I already know.
So you just realize, you just thinking to yourself like, and me and my man was about to go, we was talking about some shit. Then that shit clicked in my head because my mother told me a lot of shit that my father been doing and all that. And the reason why we had to move is a motherfucking altercation that he had. That's why we moved from the city. Probably like around 2010, 09. That's why we moved from the city. So all in all, I broke down. My mother get there in the morning time, and I leave in the morning time, so she'll get there at 6. Then I see my mother, I kiss her before I roll out type shit. I see her. My mind all fucked. I'm to myself, I'm like, I don't even want to be like my father, this and that. I don't want calm to catch up to me. That's what my second tape based off of, basically. Top to bottom, calm. And I talk about this shit in that jump on like 2-3 songs. So, and I see her. And I ain't gonna lie, I just like cried in her arms because that shit fucking me up. Right. So that was probably a switch in me just saying like, fuck that shit. I ain't trying to end up like my father because like it's a lot of shit that I learned from my father was from my mother. And me and my father was always bump heads type shit. and I never understood why. And like as I got older, basically, I figured out me and him too much alike, so that's why we used to bump heads. I thought he understood the shit, so he kept me away from a lot of shit, type shit. So he was just being a father. Me as a young nigga, I understand that, so I did what the fuck I used to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So just talking more about that and your upbringing and getting a little bit more back to the music. Is it any artist specifically that you looked up to growing up that you probably modeled yourself after, like, when you was in the mirror reciting your raps or you saw a TV that you know what I'm saying, not necessarily want to be like, but somebody that you know what I'm saying,
based off my style type shit.
Right.
In all honesty, Eminem, I ain't gonna hold him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and what is it about Eminem that you like the most and that you would say that you use in your delivery?
That nigga wordplay, his creativity, the way how he flow on everything, and the way how he had that aggressiveness on most of his shit, and how you can hear how he wants to say that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I ain't trying to model it, but it's like it got embedded in my brain. So I used to always listen to that nigga.
All right.
Same thing with Tupac. So it was like 50-50. And I basically merged them together type shit. And I brought up my own sound.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. So talking a little bit more about that. So who would you say that your music is for? When you go in the lab, when you sit down to make a project, who do you want your music to touch the most? Who is you writing your music for?
Probably for youngins that probably feel like they ain't got nobody else in the world, that they probably people that's depressed, that real like going through a whole rack of people stabbing in their back from heartbreaks to motherfucking people they lost, from motherfucking getting fucked up in the streets and shit like that, just feeling fucked up, and they can listen to my music to relate that shit and most of my shit.
Right.
And that's where it brung up. That's where it stopped. It stopped from the pain music in my perspective.
Okay. And still keeping on the music, OTMM, can you explain that to me?
Oh yeah, my man started that shit. My man started that joint up.
And is that a group, a label, a production company? What exactly is that?
It's a movement.
Off
the muscle movement. In
Uh-huh.
all honesty, my man Bam started that shit. And he was just like OTMM. And I was like, shit, that ain't no bad name. Cause we used to be saying everybody with their own shit. And then all the muscle, like shit, we just got shit off the muscle. Like it was just us type shit. It was just me and my group, just me and all of us. We just got everything off the muscle. We stayed to ourselves for real.
Okay.
That's how that shit was.
And with it being a movement, I'm assuming it's more than just hip hop artists. So with the OTMM movement, what are other aspects that y'all got going on?
Shit. When my man Wing, she got her shit going on.
True.
And she could bring that to the table, but we don't. It's like how we like a family. So
right,
everybody got their own shit, and everybody come together when we need to. Even though everybody got their own shit, if that makes sense.
Right. Now I'm saying it make perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? When they get down and sit to the table, that's the least outsourcing you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? We call Wink, she got the camera. You know what I'm saying? We call Walker Bop, he got the music. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely makes sense. It definitely makes sense, man. So with all that being said, man, what's your vision for the music, man? What do you hope to get up out the music?
Shit. I hope to realize, touch lives. I hope to feed my family with this shit. Cause it's like I was never really into it for no fucking money and all that. Cause I was getting myself right. Like that music shit was therapy to me for probably the past 3-4 years. Like I'd be mad as shit. A bitch make me mad. And I really like going to the store. I call my man and be like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna come to the store, record this song, bro.
Right.
And that's how that shit was. And sometimes I'm in the stew. I'm like, nah, bro, scratch that. And I keep on going so I get that shit right type shit.
And just talking about you in the studio, man. So as far as your creative process goes, how's that when you go in the studio? Do you come in the studio with a notebook full of raps? Are you straight freestyling? how does that go? Is every time you go to the studio, do you only go to the studio to record at home? How does your creative process go, and how has it changed over the years?
It went from me listening to a beat first, right? So I used to get motherfucking YouTube beats, and I'd be like, damn, I'm about to fuck this joint up.
Mm-hmm.
I end up writing in my motherfucking notes type shit. I ain't used to be no freestyler, but I got better over the years. I put it like that. Like, so as of right now, it got better. So sometimes I'll start off a rap, I won't even finish it. Then when I'm in the stew, I'm like, yeah, bro, keep that shit going. I real life freestyle the whole rest of that shit. And all honesty, that ain't done yet, jump. Same shit. I started it off, freestyle the whole rest of that shit on God.
Okay. And before we get you up, my bad, man. I said before we get you up out of here, man, I want to touch back on the video real quick. What was the vision behind that video, and was that something that you directed as far as location and stuff like that goes? Because just as me, as far I ain't looking into shooting music videos. I just was just as far as like looking for different locations to do like B-roll shit for like my introductions and shit. So when you went to shoot your music video, how did that go as far as, was that something that you already had in mind as far as where you wanted to do it at, who you wanted with you, shit like that? Because like I said, everything about the video, the music, everything was dope. And it definitely had me wanting more. So what was the vision for that, and how did that come into fruition?
All right, so I'm the type of nigga that like, when I want something, I want that shit to be exactly how I want it to be. I'm gonna pay the top dollar for it. And in all honesty, them same niggas that was in my video, they helped me pay for that video, and I thank them for that shit. Because I wanted my video to be exactly how it came out. I ain't want to go to no bullshit ass person type shit, you know what I'm saying? Right. So everything I do, I want that shit to be high quality. I don't like half-ass and shit. So I picked, believe it or not, that was a secondary spot. That was in the alley. So
what happened to the first lick? My bad. Yeah.
Are you good? The first spot, it was down Union Station. So motherfucking Union Market. So you know, you got the people all right there. I ain't expecting to be right there. It was just a little graffiti spot.
Right.
Draw down a little door. So I'm like, all right, bet everybody here. Then you hear music and shit. People saying down. I'm like, damn, I ain't know everybody about to be right here. And as me and my man Los walking to like a store, he was trying to get a bottle. We walked past a couple alleyways while we waiting on the videographer. We like, oh, bro. I'm like, for real, we about to just shoot this shit right here. This shit look way better. It got the construction light right there, shining on that pot where it had.
I thought you said secondary, like you had it set up already. Like you just walked past and found that motherfucker.
Oh, God, I just walked past and found that motherfucker on the
last
motherfucker
look like a set, shorty.
That's what I'm saying. Like, see, my brain be working in certain ways. I'm like, yeah, and when Cuz got it, he was like, yeah, but this shit way better. And he told me, yeah, be right there. And he basically, I found out the secondary spot, and he directed the rest of that shit for real. And I just did my thing on that jump.
Okay. And one more, well, I actually got a couple more questions, man, before I get you up out of here. So just as far as just like you said, when you first started, you started using YouTube music and stuff like that. And I'm sure you learned as you went, you know what I'm saying, that you gotta get your own music and stuff like that. Yeah. And just as far as the music and music videos and stuff like that, you mentioned you pay top dollar. How do you go about do you first strictly go to people you know what I'm saying, as far as shooting music video, or do you strictly just go on the web and look for the best of the best as far as beats, music videos, and stuff like that?
Honestly, my very first video that I did with me and my cousin, it was on a dude that I know. He shot my very first video, basically. So the Ain't Done was my second, but it was my first by myself on just me straight. So the first one, I got my foot wet. I fuck with it. It just, I had to broaden my horizon for my for a better vision. You know what I'm saying? Some videographers ain't hit me up back when I asked for some shit. But the ones that did, I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna fuck with them. I'm gonna pay top dollar. And they came out perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And like I said, one more question before I get you up out of here, man. With the video just dropping, when can we expect the next project, and or do you have a release window for the people? You know what I'm saying? Or just can you just do you have a schedule, a set schedule of how you release music? Is it every quarter, every season? You know what I'm saying? Or is it just however you get the shit put together, you drop it whenever you feel like it's the best time to drop it?
Honestly, that's something I do got to work on. Like, I got to work on my planning better. Because me and my blood cousin, we do got a whole tape coming out. And we got songs, probably got like 3 more songs left. 3 or 4 more songs left on that jump. But that jump coming real soon. Most definitely it's coming real soon. We shot a video to that jump back in the day. That's one jump that we got on there. We shot a video to that jump.
Yeah.
It's on Lee Diddy. It's on Lee Diddy YouTube page.
I was also, I definitely understand that, man. Just don't keep the people waiting, man, because that's it. I ain't no cap. There used to be the No Cap podcast, man. If that shit wasn't hot, Joe, we wouldn't even be talking right now.
That's all I gotta do.
That's what I said. I wouldn't even lie to you, man. So, like I said, appreciate you for coming on the show, man. Taking your time out today to come on. Go ahead and let the people know where to find you on social media, where to find you, where to find the music at.
Yeah, you can find my music on all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, at Mad Dawg, MADDAWG. That's just a regular name where it could pop up on everything for the all platforms. But I'm just now starting to grow my own YouTube with that first video.
Right.
And that's the same as well.
Okay.
So more videos coming once I realize start coming everything rolling out. That's what I need to work on.
I'm gonna definitely make sure I got your links and everything to the description. I'm gonna be putting your shit on my pages and all that, man. Thanks for coming on. Definitely gonna rap again, huh?
I can send you them links if you don't need. I go ahead and send you them jumps.
Yeah, like I said, we're gonna get all that shit, man. That's what I'm saying. And I'm definitely gonna get you back on the show because, like I said, there was some other shit that I wanted to get into, man. That I get to talking and I get to rambling and I just be like, fuck that notebook. But we're gonna definitely rap again.
That's how that shit be.
On shorty. So I say in a minute, man. All right.
Fuck. What's up, man? Let me take you for a little spin, man. Show you what it feel like.
I gotta go make these drop offs.
Man, you think you're the only one out here working, B? Gotta make drop offs too, B. Come on, man, get in, man. I ain't taking no for an answer, man.